that's why I'm here today to tell y'all how my labor and delivery went with this baby. So she just turned a month last Friday, a couple days ago. Should be fresh in my brain. That's why I wanted to tell it soon, but I'm kind of dumb or something and I forget a lot of stuff. So if this video is a little bit of crazy and all over the place, I'm sorry. I really am. But yeah, I'm trying to remember everything that happened. My due date was the 3rd of October, and honestly, my entire pregnancy, I kind of had a feeling she was going to come sooner. I wasn't sure how soon, obviously, but I just had a feeling she was going to come soon. And I was starting to have to go to the doctor every week. So I went on the 28th of September for my 39th checkup. The usual, she just checked my cervix and I was at a 1, which is not shit, but I was at a 1, and she did say my cervix was thinning out a little more, but nothing major. And like I said, my due date was the 3rd, which was that coming Saturday, and she had asked me if I wanted to get induced that week or wait. And I decided to wait just because I really did not want to get induced. I had to get induced with my son, and I just did not want to get induced again. And so I was like, no, we'll wait and see what happens this week. And then if not, we'll talk about inducing. So I went on about my day. Nothing really happened that day. But then fast forward to the 29th, which was the next day, which was on a Tuesday. Woke up, did my chores, clean, cook. But during the whole day, I kind of had some cramping and backache. Nothing major, but it did bother me, and my back hurt all the time, so I didn't really think anything of it. But I do remember like around 3 or 4, I took a shower, like a really hot shower, just to relieve my back pain. And I finished cleaning up after that, which I remember I hella cleaned the house that day. And then I had told my mom that I had pain, and she was just like, just make sure like you're well aware of the pain and it's not coming like at a specific time and that it's not getting worse. And I was like, okay. So around 8, I would say, I started noticing that it was coming a little bit more intense, and it would start at my back at this point and then it would kind of go forward. I noticed it around 8 that it was like coming at a specific time. So at that point, my boyfriend got home and he took a shower, ate, packed his stuff, and then while he was doing that, I was getting ready. Like, I think I put a little bit of makeup on and straightened my hair because I already had the bags packed for me and the baby. And after that, it was like 9 or a little past 9. Yeah, probably past 9, around 10-ish by the time we did all that. And so then I started timing them, and they were coming and around 11:30 I got a little sign on the app that I was using, and it said like, prepare yourself, take a shower, pack your bags because it looks like it's time. So I was like, oh shit, this is really happening. And I called my mom at that point because I still had my son with me, and I was telling her if she could come get him or if my dad could, and my dad came and got him, thank God. And he left, and then after that I just stayed home and I started getting them a little more intense. Like, they were definitely more noticeable. Like, I had to stop and actually like breathe through them because they were hurting more. My boyfriend called them, I would say like around 1, and told them what was going on, and they told me to go ahead and come in just because the whole pandemic's going on and we didn't know what was going to happen. So we went in through the emergency room. We had to check in there first, and that took a little while. And then the nurse came down and got us, and we got to our room, I would say around 2-ish, or maybe a little after 2. So she checked me as soon as we got in the room, and I was only at a 3, which really freaking sucked, and I was so annoyed about, but I guess that's better than like 1. But I thought I was going to be like at a 4 or 5, but they still let me stay. Because I think you have to be like at a past 4 to like stay, but I was already at a 3. And she said she wasn't going to check me again until 2 hours later, which would be at around 4-ish or 5. And during them 2 hours, from 2, I would say like 2:30 to 5, because that's when she checked me, it definitely got way, way more intense. I was definitely feeling them more, and it was mainly in my back. My back felt like it was tearing apart. To best describe it, that's how it feels. Like, it felt like they were grabbing something and like pulling both sides of my back, like from my spine and both sides, and tearing it apart. So that's lovely. But anyways, so she was wanting me to sign some papers, I remember. And in my head, I was like, man, it's fucking hurting now. Like, it's definitely hurting way more. And she noticed that. And I remember she offered me ice chips. And I got ice chips. And then I had to pee. So she let me get up. And let me tell you, when I had to get up to go to the bathroom, it hurt way worse. And I guess it's like the gravity that's pushing down. And your baby's going more down. But yeah, as soon as I got up, I had like 3 more contractions that were definitely more intense. My water had still not broken. So yeah, I did that. I went to the bathroom, whatever, came back, and I was eating hella ice chips when I got contractions, just because you feel so dehydrated. Your lips and your mouth feel like the fucking desert. They're so dry. So I was definitely in more pain at that point. I was telling my boyfriend, man, I cannot do this for much longer, because I didn't know what I was at. Like, she had last checked me at 2:30 and I was at a 3. I was like, what if I'm only at a 4 and I'm over here dying? So then she came in, she did check me like at 5, and she said I was at a 6. So I was progressing, thank God, but it felt like it was going so slow. And she said at that point that she wasn't going to check me anymore because her shift was almost over, because they switched shifts at 7 in the morning. But she was like, oh, well, hopefully we'll have a baby before I leave. And I was like, in my head, I was like, man, I fucking hope so, because I want this to be over with. And after she checked me, hell yeah, they were hurting more. And way, way more intense. Like I said, it was mainly in my back that was hurting bad. And they were coming way more often. But I was just really trying to breathe through them. I remember I did try to breathe through every single one. And they switched nurses or whatever. And my new nurse came in at 7. And she said that she did not want to check me just because my doctor was coming in at 7. And she was probably going to have to check me and check how I was doing or whatever. And she was just like, do you need anything? And I remember I had to pee again, so like I said earlier, it fucking hurt when I had to pee, but she let me go to the bathroom, and yeah, it definitely was hurting bad at this point. Like, I was in my head saying, I cannot do this. If I am not about to push soon, I cannot do this any longer, because you feel like you cannot do it. Even though you know you can, it feels like your body is going to shut down. So I went and peed. Painfully, I went and did all that, and when I came out, I told her that I had pain, and she asked me if I felt any pressure, and I told her I did feel a little bit, because I did. I felt a little bit of pressure when I got up and left the restroom. She asked if I wanted to get checked, and I said yes, because I did want to know what I was at. And she checked me, and I was at a 9, and when she told me 9, I was so happy. I was so ecstatic, because I was like, oh my God, it's about time to push. Because I remember with my son, I was like at a 9, and I instantly went into push. So that's what I thought was going to happen this time around, which wasn't what happened. But it's okay. So she called the doctor, and the doctor said she was on her way, and it felt like the doctor came. It felt like forever. It felt like it had been like an hour, and she was still not there, which in reality was probably like maybe 15 to 20 minutes. But when you're in that much pain, it feels like the time is going so slow. And my water had still not broken. So when the doctor did come in, she checked me. She said I was at a 9, and she broke my water. And when they break your water, it hurts way worse, because obviously the baby is coming now. So it is hurting bad. And the nurses had me ready to push and everything. My legs were propped up. I was laying down. But I was still not at a 10, so they did not let me push. And let me tell y'all, when them contractions would come, I felt like I had to push. Like, I felt pressure, and it hurt so bad. So I just remember grabbing onto the hospital bed with both my hands when I would have a contraction and just hold on so tight. And I would tell them, I was like, it hurts so bad. Like, I need to push. I think I told them like twice during like 2 contractions. I told them that. And my doctor was like, well, I can't let you push because something in your cervix, I think something could rip or something like that. And then I think when I was going to get like the 3rd contraction, when I was laying there, she saw how bad of pain I was in and how desperate I was to like just get this over with. I think she like stuck her fingers in my vagina, honestly, and like helped me open up a little bit, and she let me push. And at that point, I pushed once, pushed twice. The second time, that's when they were like, okay, this last push, you need to push with all you got and put all your pressure down there. Let me tell you, I pushed with everything I had, and she came out. That was literally like 2 minutes. It was so fast after that. And once she was out, man, you feel like the baddest bee ever. I'm telling you. And the pain is gone. Like, as soon as the baby comes out, the pain is gone. But I honestly thought I was tore up down there, and thank God I wasn't. I had no tears. Everything came out good. My baby came in at 8:29 a.m. on September 30th, and she weighed 6 pounds, 10 ounces, and was 20 inches long. So she was a little thing compared to my son. My son was 8 pounds. But yeah, it was crazy, and I did not expect her to come that day. But yeah, and I really hope I did not scare anyone or like traumatize y'all. But the point in this is, if you do not want the epidural, you need to mentally prepare yourself. At least that's what I try to do with both my pregnancies, is prepare yourself, act like that epidural does not exist. Your body is made for this, and it's gonna hurt. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna hurt like crazy, and you're gonna think you can't do it. But once you do it, man, the pain is instantly gone, and you feel great. At least I did. I don't want to tell y'all something, and then y'all are over here telling me that y'all felt horrible after. But I've heard with epidural, it's a little bit of a different recovery than when you don't have the epidural. It's a way faster recovery. But yeah, you guys, that's how it was. It was pretty quick. It was a pretty quick labor, actually. Like, I progressed really quick. And yeah, thank God she's here and that is over with, because it's pretty intense, you guys. It's intense. And I only had my boyfriend with me this time around because of the whole pandemic. I didn't have any other family members or anything. And yeah, but she's 1 month already, and hopefully I'll do like an update video with her in the next couple of days, updating you how it's been ever since we got home. And she's a month now. She's the cutest thing ever. But yeah, hope y'all have a good day.